Hello everybody and welcome to the Bobcadcam UK. It's Peter, and what I'm going to do is do some basic drawing to show you how to get familiar with the software and just get an understanding of how geometry is created within Bobcad. You can see on the screen I've just got a CAD view, which is a plan view on top. As with anything you draw in Bobcad, anything in this quadrant here is split up into 4 quadrants. This is your x plus, y plus, x plus, y minus. This is x minus, y minus, and x minus, y plus. It's exactly the same as you're looking on top of your machine. So what I'm going to do is just draw a 100 millisquare rectangle. So if we go into other, rectangle, you can see at the moment it's showing me a preview of what I could achieve with these figures in there. So what I want to do is I want to go x 100 and y 100. If I went on to radiuses, you can see I've got some radiuses on there, so if I made them 20, or if I wanted a chamfer, you can see I'm going to a chamfer, make that 20, and you can see the different ways that we can construct the corners there. As it is, I don't want anything on there, so I'm going to just use a sharp corner. And I also going to pick the I'm going to enter the dimension. I could pick it. If I wanted to pick, I can come on the screen and pick anywhere I want on the screen. I could actually go into center, bottom right, top, but I'm on pick at the moment, so let's just go to enter. So bottom right, you can see it's on the bottom right of the corner, bottom, and you can see I can variously pick whichever way I want it to be. So I'm going to enter it on its sharp corners, and I'm going to draw it on 0, 0, 0. So select OK, and there you see, you just press cancel. We've created that 100 millisquare rectangle. So what I'm going to do is just put some dimensions on there. So if we just go other distance, and what I'm going to do then is I'll make that 3 and 3, and then what I'll do is I'll pick the top of there to there. You can see there's 100, and pick that side down to this side. There's 100. You can pick, by the way, horizontal and vertical. I just used other distance because it's less work for me, if you know what I mean. So you can see there we've created a 100 milli rectangle using the other rectangle facility or rectangle facility on that there. Let's just undo what we've just done, and let's get back to a blank screen. Now, one of the things we have to learn about in Bobcad is, and sometimes when you're creating jobs, not every job's a rectangle. Sometimes you're creating a series of lines and you need to trim them together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually draw some lines, and we're going to learn how to trim them together using the different trimming facilities. So what I can do is if I just go into lines, and we'll just use sketch. So at the moment I want to draw that same 100 millisquare rectangle, but I want to draw it just as a series of lines. Now I can sketch free on the screen and just click, and click another one there, click another one there, but I'm just sketching free on the screen. Let me just undo them again. What I want to do is actually, as we were talking about this being the miller or the machine, we know everything in that side is positive in Y, negative in Y, positive in X, negative in X. So what I want to do is I want to sketch horizontally, and I'm actually going to draw the same 100 millisquare rectangle. So I'm going to use the fixed. I'm going to go 50. Now you can come onto the screen, it doesn't matter where you click, but as soon as you click left click, it will start drawing a line 50 milli positive in the y-axis. So if I just left click, that's the line I want. So I'm going to draw another line minus 50, come down on this side, click that one to there. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do is actually going to draw the verticals. I'm going to use it fixed, and I'm going to go positive 50, just draw a line straight down like so. And then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go X minus 50, and just draw a short line there. Okay, let's press cancel. So what we need to do now is we need to understand how we trim in Bobcat. Now the facility for trimming is here. This is where it says trim to. That's where it's predefined at the moment, and if you just click on the arrow going down, we've got trim screen, trim one entity, trim two end, modal trimming, strings, and quick trim. Quick trim actually means pair of scissors. So let's just do the basic one first. Let's go trim one entity. Now what the software is asking you is left click on the first entity to trim and click on the side to keep. Also in Bobcat you can extend as well as trim. So what I want to do is I want to keep this line and trim it back to that line there. You can see it trim it back. I want to keep this bit and I want to trim that to there. You can see it trim it back. Let me just undo. Let me do it again. Trim one. So this is what I want to keep and I want to trim it to this line. Now let's just imagine I pick the top of this line and I trim it back to that line. You can see it's got rid of what I didn't want to get rid of. I needed to keep the other side. So let's just undo it and we'll trim one. I want to keep this part of the line and trim it to there. So keep this, trim to here, keep that, trim it to there. Keep this, and I want to extend it. You see, when I come down to that line, it automatically shows you. So extend it to there. I want to keep this bit, trim it to that line there, keep this, extend to there, and keep that, and trim it to there. And select OK. So you can see now I've just trimmed one to trim them together. Let me undo what we've just done. So I can undo. And by the way, the undos are, I can go all the way, or I can come all the way back. So you're not just restricted to how many times you can undo it actually. You can actually undo it up to the point that you save. What we're going to do now is we're going to actually trim two rather than trim one. So if we go down, select trim two. So all we need to do is pick what we want to keep. So I want to keep that one and trim it to this one here. You can see it trim them both away. Same for that one to there. Same for this one, and you can see it's going to trim that back, and it's also going to trim it to it. So it's, and same for that one to there. Select cancel, and there you can see. So you've had trim one and trim two. If I undo again, I have actually got two areas here that I'd like to get rid of. Just trim them away. Well, at the moment I'm into trim two. But what we can use is actually quick trim. Quick trim is sort of like a pair of scissors. Where any two lines or an arc or anything intersect each other, it will actually automatically break it. So what I want to do is get rid of that part of the line and this part of the line. So it's just like a pair of scissors. Get rid of that. And then what I can do then is go and trim two, pick this to there, and pick that to there. Okay, so that'll give you some idea of drawing lines and trimming together. Hopefully that'll help you get started, and thank you for watching.